Well, state lawmakers are set to hold the first General Assembly of the new year tomorrow in Kentucky. And here to talk more on what major topics are expected to be on the docket is Representative Suzanne Miles of Owensboro. She represents the 7th District, which also includes Henderson and Union counties. Thanks so much for joining us, State Representative Miles. Now, one of the first bills you'll be voting on, redistricting. Have you seen the map, and are you content with the changes?
I have seen the map. I am content with the changes. Whenever redistricting comes up, it's always bittersweet because you start kind of to condense some areas and things like that with population change, with the census. You do lose some areas that you would like to keep naturally, but with that being said, it's the responsible thing to do, and it's an obligation we have.
Okay. Well, it is a budget year, and a question that continues to linger over the Commonwealth is funding pensions for state workers. Will there be any movement on that?
I think that we have previously, and we will continue to do that. I do think that we need to look at the pay scales and see what we can do about making those more competitive with the general population. I think that our state workers have kind of been slighted for several years now, so we need to work on that quite a bit. Obviously, the budget's a big issue, but one of the biggest items within our budget will be the COVID issues that have taken place and have plagued our community for, now we're going on over 2 years. So the funding that's coming from the federal is something that we will really have to focus in on the budget to see how we do that responsibly.
Okay, and so explain that to folks that aren't that familiar with the process. When you talk about the money coming in and dealing with that responsibly, what will you be doing specifically in terms of COVID?
The amount of money that comes in from the federal typically filters through the state, and the House and the Senate through the legislators is where the actual budgeting goes through. So even though the governor makes recommendations or suggestions of what he would like to see budgeted, the actual people that take care of the budget for the state are in the House and the Senate, that we're the ones that have to make those decisions. And we hope he's in agreement with us on how we responsibly do that. But not only the money coming in for COVID and things like that, but the disasters that we've had, the tornadoes that we've had in Western Kentucky, that's also going to be a focus and a priority to make sure that we help those people rebuild as quickly and safely as possible.
And is there anything specific as far as the storm recovery that you want to see done?
Well, I think we need to get people back in homes as quick as we can. And so that's one of the main items, making sure. What I heard today was most of the children will either already been back in school or will be back in school pretty soon. So we need to get them back as quick as we can and get them in a more stable environment and safe environment. They've been through quite a bit.
Yes, they have, for sure. Getting back to the money coming in from federal and the COVID response, I know Governor Beshear has talked about a COVID hero bonus for essential workers. What do you think about that? Is something that you could vote for?
I think it's really hard to pick winners and losers in that mindset of a bonus, so to speak. I think that we need to focus more on coming up with some of the solutions that we have plagued our area right now, especially the nursing shortage, obviously the teacher shortage. I think that those are going to be some of the things that we'll be working on solutions to kind of set people up in a better situation than we've been so far. So it makes me a little nervous whenever we talk about bonuses, because that's a one-time thing. And I don't know if that's actually maybe the best thing that we need to do. We might ought to come up with some solutions so that we don't put these people in this situation again.
Okay. We're about to run out of time, but let me ask you one more question. I know that
Sure.
I have seen that Democrats are wanting to make medical marijuana a priority this session. There's a lot of talk about that all over the country. Do you see something like that passing? Would you vote in favor of it?
Well, I did vote in favor of the medical marijuana that passed, the bill that passed in the House. And so basically, long and the short, I mean, it's up to the Senate. If the Senate wants to introduce something, I'm sure that we'll have that conversation. But the House has already taken that up, so I don't see that taking up space in the House until the Senate does something with that. I mean, our focus right now is just trying to make sure we take care of West Kentucky, take care of the COVID issues that are going on, the budget, and also priority this week, the redistricting.
Gotcha. All right. It all starts tomorrow. We will certainly be watching. State Representative Suzanne Miles, thank you so much for joining us and giving us a preview. Well, you're welcome. Thank you.